Hey guys, hope you guys are really enjoying this because making these videos and me helping others really makes me happy and brings me joy. And I feel like from my mistakes, everyone can learn. So this is gonna be another video on things to do in your 20s. So we'll get started in the video in a second. So just give me a few minutes and we'll get started with this video. I'll probably have to edit this out, but it's fine. It gives the video character. 2, 3, 4. Alright. So let's give video a good old start. Number 1. Things to do in your 20s. From my personal experience, if I had to live through my 20s again, even though I'm in my mid-20s, but if I had to, here's what I would do. I would try to avoid relationships as much as possible, and I'm going to explain why. I'm saying to avoid relationships as much as possible because during this time, you shouldn't be focused on dating. Personally, I know everyone gets a little bit of loneliness and everyone's a little bit unhappy and they like the company and stuff like that, but during this time, self-growth is so much more important than going out and dating and trying to look for somebody long-term. That it's awesome, you know, if you take this time to really start working out and working on yourself and start focusing on your habits that are developing into the person that who you are, you know, you're gonna grow a lot more in that person that you're gonna be with and rather if you're 25 or 30 years old, it's going to be a lot more better and more greater, and they're going to value you more. Honestly, in my 20s, when I started dating in 18 and 17, they came off as almost as flings in a way. And not flings as of in my end, like I'm just saying hit the curb. No. Flings because I had nothing to provide for them as a human being or as a man. You know, they were just bouncing off of emotional support and love, and that was it. You know, I don't have a job to provide for this person. I don't have any hobbies that give me some type of character, distinguish me from others. So, throughout this time, number 1, realize that relationships aren't a majority thing to be focusing on right now. The things you should be focusing on, your self-character, dealing with your anger if you're an angry person, and dealing with becoming you, becoming who you are, becoming great. Number 2, realize that in your 20s, the things you should be mostly focused on right now, while you still have energy, is put all your time and dedication towards learning. Learning is super important in your 20s. If you're 18 years old, you're getting out of school, and you're about to hit college or you're being in your senior year, focus on the stuff that you truly want to learn. Even stock market, trading, silver and gold, how they work, what's the history behind them, saving money, retirement accounts, you know, the financial language. Focus on those stuff. Focus on learning those things. Because as soon as you hit 20s, you're going to realize moving out is expensive. Saving is going to be expensive because your budgets are going to be out of whack. You know what I mean? Focus on really learning. Number 3, budgeting. As soon as you hit 23, 22, and you first move out in your first place on your own, if you are planning on moving out by yourself, even in your own college dorm, you know, there's going to be stuff that you can afford and stuff that you can't afford. You're going to learn how to budget, write up your own budget. You can write up your own budget by using Rocket Money, get track of on your bills. Not sponsored, but get track of your expenses, dude. So you really have to get a whiteboard and a piece of paper and a pencil and really write down how much money is coming in and how much money is coming out. Disclaimer, there's no issue with spending your money on stuff that you love, you know, if you like fragrances, you like spending money on specific video games, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. There's only an issue when you start being compulsive with those things. Compulsive meaning doing it every single time a day, you know, every hour. That's when it becomes an issue. But every once in a while, you want to give yourself a gift. Cool. But as soon as it becomes a habit of doing it over and over again, and you just can't stop, that's where you need to stop it, obviously. That's where you need to reduce the spending on that stuff. Because as you grow older, you're going to realize, maybe that wasn't worth the buy, and maybe this was. You know, and that's what I'm realizing right now in my cologne collection, is that, was this purchase really, really worth it for me? Or was this just a quick get off and go, you know? And that's what I'm realizing at 25, is that most of the stuff that I'm focusing on now are easy get-offs. And I mean easy get-offs as of like quick grabs. You know, and that's something that teenagers do. That's something I used to do that you're supposed to be doing in your early 20s, you know. Having the thrill of money, you know. That's what teenagers do when they get their first paycheck and they want to blast it. You know, you're not a child anymore. As soon as you hit your 20s, you're going to have to start developing some type of character and backbone of being an adult. So I think that was number 5, is watch your spending and budget your money. Number 6. Realize that family is important and that your energy is super important. If people need you, if people want to reach out to you and they need your help, there's nothing wrong with helping them and sharing your knowledge with other people. But be very cautious and selfish with your time, because as you grow older, if you don't know how to manage this time correctly, you're going to be in an endless loophole of self-suffering yourself, and you're going to really, really, truly struggle, because you're focusing all your time and energy on other people instead of focusing it on yourself. And that's truly, truly going to hurt you as a whole. That's going to hurt who you are when you're trying to develop new hobbies, to see the person that you are and your greatness and your weaknesses. You're not going to know, because you're going to be spending so much time helping others. And that's something that, one of my mistakes that I've done in my 20s, I believe, is giving too much of my time towards others instead of focusing on who I am. What are my weaknesses and strengths? Because I haven't been really focusing on my weaknesses and strengths, because I've been helping other people. You know, I haven't been working on myself because of the fact that I've been helping other people too much, or helping out my relationship, you know. And in order to help others, you need to work on yourself, and you need to develop that within yourself too. So focus on yourself and be selfish with your time, because your friends aren't always going to be there for you all the time. And even when you do be there all the time for them, they're never going to bring it back to you. And those are the type of bad people that you do not want around. Is the people that you give your energy to all the time, and then they don't bring shit back to you. So be very cautious with your time, and that's going to be number 7. Number 8, watch your friend circle. Just because you have friends in high school doesn't mean that you have to keep those people for the rest of your life. I realize a lot of people in middle school for my age and high school were people that are bring me downers, and those are the people that are emotionally unavailable. They're people that always think life sucks, and that life is about sadness and depression and anxiety and stuff like that. And I had to get rid of those people in my life, because of the fact that if I continued to be in that circle, I would have hurted myself a lot worse than just being by myself and being sad within myself, rather than being sad with others. Because being sad with others is not fun, because they don't cheer you up, they don't motivate you, they don't do anything rather than being with yourself, you can realize, hey, I'm a little sad and upset and anxious right now. Maybe I should fix it. With friends, it's kind of hard to do that because being around those type of people, they make you feel comfortable in that phase that they're in. They make you feel like you're loved, being depressed and being sad, and that's not it. Be by yourself, dude. If you have to be by yourself to not be around those people, do it. Because at least you can motivate yourself and encourage yourself to bring it up by a YouTube video or by your parents. But being around depressed people as friends is not it. And it's not cool. Because as soon as you grow older, you start becoming mentally numb and depressed and anxious all the time. So, get new friends if you have to. Open up your friend circle a little bit. Meet friends online if you have to get yourself out of that mentality. And become a better you if you have to. You know? Life isn't always about sadness and anger and stuff like that. And this goes for angry people too, you know? Don't be around angry people. Be happy. Be motivated. Focus on the true you and who you are. And you'll truly have a blessed life in your 20s. I love you guys. This is super long video, but I needed to make a part 2. Love you guys. Peace out.